What's good? What's good? Welcome to another episode of the CheckDown. I am one of your hosts, Smitty. Ah man, the college season has concluded, man. So we don't really, we don't really got much to talk about today. But we gonna give y'all some college football. We're gonna give y'all some college football, but just not about Army and Navy. That's not happening.
Yeah.
But JMIK, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good. I mean, it's kind of tiered happiness, man. Like, I mean, Georgia won the SEC, which I'm happy about. But I mean, college football, man, the regular season over, man. We build up to the regular season all summer, and then poof. I mean, like in the snap of the fingers, I mean, regular season's already over, man. The shit went by kind of too fast.
Before I ask
It
certified,
did, bro.
hold on. I got a PSA. Shout out to the Hurricanes, baby. You still didn't make it.
You petty as shit.
I told you was going to the Pop-Tart Bowl. Have fun, good brothers. Have fun.
It's crazy.
Y'all are bums. Don't ever disrespect my team again.
Spending all that money not to even make the motherfucking ACC championship game is crazy work, yo.
Nah, they was all in my DMs talking about, yeah, we right here on the edge. We gonna make it. All we need Clemson to do is lose. Clemson won. Guess what happened?
I know.
You didn't make it.
Yeah, but the second they got slaughtered behind Alabama, that shit was over. They was never
Yeah.
It wasn't happening.
Like I told them, I don't think you make it if Clemson lose or win. Shit. Either way, I don't think you get in.
I mean, the second the committee put them boys behind Alabama, the shit was over. Like they weren't getting in. The only team that had a chance of getting in that wasn't playing championship weekend or that that was outside the picture was Bama. That was it. And I mean, like Bama fans even told me like after we had beat Texas, they was like, oh, well, there's an 86% chance that we gonna make it. I had to tell them in the space after the Georgia game. I was like, look, I mean, 86% is not 100%. Y'all ain't in there yet. And I told him, I was like, if Clemson win by a field goal or a touchdown, y'all not making it. And that's exactly what I told him, and that's exactly what happened. So,
all right. So look, man, tonight, it's gonna be the night because ain't nobody listen. I don't know who watching that game. I ain't watching. So me and Certified. Listen, if any of the viewers play Call of Duty, that's what we're gonna be at until the Heisman Award show come on, which we're gonna talk about a little bit today. But sir, man, how you feeling, man? You done picked up the sticks.
I know. Listen, dog. I've been chilling, but motherfuckers don't appreciate cool assert. So I'm back. Fuck it. It's I'm going about business as usual. Fuck it.
Yeah, man. So look, man, we got 4 people in this Heisman Award race tonight. It's no secret who my vote go to if I had one. But we got Travis Hunter, we got Aston Genty, Dylan Gabriel, Cam Ward as your 4 finalists tonight.
Yeah. I mean, so one thing I'll say before I touch on the Heisman real quick. Actually, bowl season does start today. The first bowl game is Jackson State versus South Carolina State. It's a Celebration Bowl in Atlanta. This is pretty much the bowl for the black folk, pretty much. So I think I think the game comes on at noon. I think it's on ABC. It's either on ABC.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Which game you talking about, Mick?
It's the Jackson State versus South Carolina State.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see it now.
It's pretty much like the black college football, championship game. That's pretty much what it's billed as, pretty much. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk on bets and nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, as a black person, man, if you ain't doing nothing at noon, tune in. Like I said, I think it's on ABC or like CBS or something like that. Like, it's on main TV. So you can't say, well, I ain't got cable. They're really. I ain't telling you got to watch the whole game, but just try to, like tune in for like maybe like a quarter or maybe half a quarter, something like that. So, but Heisman talk. To me, it's just it's like 2 guys, man. Like, I mean, great. Cam Ward got invited, and Dylan from Oregon got invited. That's great for them, and So like when they. So the older dudes going to the league. So I mean, like, when they talk to their grandkids, they can say, "Oh, I was invited to the Heisman or whatever." they're not going to win. It's really between Genty and Trav. And I've just reached a conclusion, man. Like whether Trav wins or Genty wins, like I'm cool with either one. Like I'm not a big Heisman guy, anyways. Like, I don't really. It's the Heisman is cool, but it's not that important to me. But as long as it's either Trav or Genty, man, I really got no problem with it. I mean, like Genty got a chance to break Barry Sanders' rushing record. He's got, he's still he's got a playoff game in what, 2 weeks? I think it's 2 or 3 weeks. So I mean, he's got a chance to break that record. And I mean, Trav has been great on offense and defense. Man, he's doing something that players don't normally do. I think there's a couple players in the history of college football that have played both sides of the ball, but not to the extent that he's done. But yeah, I mean, for me, that's where I look at it, man. I mean, like whoever wins, cool. I'm happy for them and their family, but to me, it really don't matter.
I look at it like this, man. Like, yeah, Genty, what he did is astonishing, right? He's breaking records. He's going crazy. But you just gave this man best wide receiver and defensive player of the year in the same year. You gonna tell me he's not the Heisman? Like how not? I just don't understand how he wouldn't get the Heisman, in my opinion.
I mean, the reason he wouldn't get it is because without Genty, man, that Boise team ain't doing nothing. That's why. Like if you watch his games and just look at his numbers, like his numbers are like Madden, like college, like the game numbers. Like
and the motherfucker missed a lot of fourth quarters, like the whole quarter.
Yeah, so I mean, so that's why I say, like, if you give it to Trav, you give it to Genty, man, it doesn't bother me either one of the, I mean, either way. I mean, Trav wins, I'm not gonna have no problem with it. I mean, Trav had a great season. If Genty wins, had a great season, I wouldn't have no problem with it. But if the quarterbacks win, then that's when I'd have a problem. Like if Cam Ward or like Dylan won, then I'd probably have an issue with it.
But yeah, I give you that. But I don't know, man. I really think it's Trav to lose at this point, man.
Well, I think he's a betting favorite anyways, and it's not even by a small margin. So,
yeah, man. So let's get into it, man. I mean, it's about that time. Let's talk about this Thursday night game: Rams versus Niners. Rams 12, Niners 6. Very defensive game. He said the boo-boo ball.
Oh, boo-boo ball. And you score a fucking touchdown.
Yeah, I was thinking that in the beginning. I had to rewatch. I rewatched the game, which don't ask me why, but I did. I came to the conclusion, yeah, offensively it was a bad game, but defensively it wasn't a bad game defensively for me. Like, so I like I said, first of all, I was like, man, this might be the worst game that was on Thursday Night Football all season. But I had to give some credit to like the defenses. The defenses in that game, like they gave up yards, but when they got down to like the red area or even the opposition's like 35 and in, man, the defenses kind of held tough.
Yeah.
So you got to give this not just the Rams defense, but the San Francisco defense also credit because like they held up when they had to and didn't give up touchdowns. The quarterback play in this game could have definitely been better. I mean, I wasn't too high on Stafford. I mean, I don't think when you compare Stafford, the Bills game to the Niners game, it's like two different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And like Brock Purdy, I mean, he didn't play to his level. Like I mean, there's some throws that he could have made, but there's also some plays by his skill position players that they could have made that they didn't make. So for the Niners, it was a combination of like two things. So, I mean, somehow the Rams figured out a way to pull it out, and their head is still above water in terms of trying to make the playoffs.
Yeah, this nigga Debo had 9 targets, 2 yards for 16 yards. I mean, 3 catches for 16 yards.
Yeah, I mean, my thing with Debo, right, is if during the week you're gonna complain and make tweets and do all these kind of things, you're gonna do that, then you got to show up, man. Like you complain about not getting the ball enough, you complain about your targets, all this other stuff, and then you get the opportunities and you don't take advantage of them. And to me, it's been a bad year for Debo, man, because Debo had a chance when Brandon Ayuk went out with the ACL. He had a chance because like people were already doubting him anyways, but he had a chance to show that he could be the guy.
Yeah, fucking Richard Sherman was like, you pissed your pants, and we just couldn't see it because it was raining outside. Your pants was wet, but you pissed all over yourself. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, Sherm not lying though, man. Like, I mean, like Debo had a real chance to show the league that he could be that wide receiver one, and he's failed miserably. I mean, he just has.
I think that shit is out the window, brother. We've long past him being wide receiver number one. We just need to figure out, can he like, if what position do you play? Because if you can't catch and you can't line up in the backfield, what are we doing?
Yeah, but for me, what was telling, I think he did an interview one time. Like I seen it on Twitter this week. It wasn't this week, but this interview he did a minute ago. And like the interviewer asked him a question. So like in the offseason, like what wide receivers do you watch? I mean, to only try to like pattern your game after. He said, "Oh, well, I don't watch any wide receivers." And I'm just like, that's not a good thing to say, because
Bruh.
you ain't got to watch the wide receivers that's in the league now, but you can watch like older, like I mean, to me, like he should be watching like Antoine Bolden. That's
Yeah.
who you should be watching. But I mean, you got to watch somebody to try to model your game after, so you can try to improve your game. And I just like hearing him talk. I was just like, man, that's not a good thing.
It's just, I don't know, man. It's these new kids, man. It's too much. They
No work
talk too
ethic.
much. Yeah, it's like they talk too much. I'm tired of the fucking talking all the fucking time.
To me, it seemed like they be like social media personalities, man.
Yeah,
They want to show you they're working out, but it's like, come on, bro. Like
and and
anybody
then
can do those workouts you're doing. Like go do
like, bro,
something to get your game better. Like
I was
I
so
don't know.
pissed off when he clapped back at To. You know what I'm saying? You say what you want about To. That motherfucker, he came to play every week. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he just don't seem locked in. Like it just seemed like he's worried about the wrong shit. And he was like, "Come on, bro. Like, come on, what? You talking about a top three wide receiver of all times? He said you out here bullshitting and worried about the wrong shit. And instead of you saying, you know what, you're right, you push back. What the fuck are you pushing back on? Like what are you going to say to Terrell Owens? Seriously, what are you going to say to him? What have you done that he hasn't done?
Yeah, I mean Terrell is goated, man. I mean, for people like if you don't have Terrell in your top three, man, I mean something not right with your top three. I ain't say you got to put him one or two, but he got to be in the top three.
Yeah, he in there somewhere.
Yeah, he's definitely in the top
What,
three. Because
what,
I mean, like, because Terrell, I mean, like people like they got this perception of him because of like the I mean, certain things that analysts and commentators said about him. But if you watch the games and you look at his stat, like, I mean, his stats are just as good as Randy Moss's stats. They're
the
just
nigga,
Listen. He is the main reason. Like I don't respect a lot of dudes in the game. This man was out there, a few weeks off of a broken fibula, fool, in the Super
bro,
Bowl. He
and
said,
had
"I'm
a
not missing the Super Bowl," and he went nuts.
but he had
motherfucker
a
had like
point.
4 catches for almost 200 yards. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but he had
Even
a point.
Asante Samuel said he was cooking us.
Yeah, but the thing about that is like T.O. knew though, like he had played long
Yeah,
enough where it's not a guarantee you make it back to there's no guarantee you're getting to the Super Bowl again. So he did what he did everything he could do to get right for that Super Bowl, and he
right.
played and he did his thing. But I just think it's a different generation of player. Like the players aren't built like T.O. and Jerry Rice no more and Randy
Eddie
Moss. Like,
George.
yeah,
I
I mean,
just my thing is, how do we get so far to the left where motherfuckers act like they can't uh get inspiration or training or advice from people that did it better than you, longer than you?
Exactly what you said. Go back to what you said at the beginning of the show. Well, before we got on the show, these kids grew up on the internet. They watch more YouTube videos and all this. They believe that what they have been taught by somebody else is the best thing. You get what I'm saying? They watching these footwork specialists on the internet. They watching these wide receiver specialists. But most of these guys haven't played in the league. Most of these
Yeah,
guys haven't been NFL stars.
yes,
But
that's true.
they looking at all this fancy footwork, and they see that the NFL stars are doing it. But guess what? The NFL stars are also running routes and learning things to better their game inside of the extra shit. Y'all aren't adding the extra because you don't want to put in the extra work, the extra hours. Guess what? Parents have complained so much that they're making the young kids cut. You're cutting practice time. You're cutting the time that you're out there training and working to get your craft better. So now you're getting the easy road. You're not getting the same work. But back in the day, we played football. We was practicing 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 hours. You go over an hour and a half now, boy. You gonna have officials down
Child
there.
abuse, dog. These motherfuckers can't even do 2 a-days. They call it child abuse.
So we looking at the NFL. See, we looking at it from the NFL perspective. You got to drop it all the way down to how you was brought through the ranks. And guess what? You've been pandered since Pop Warner.
Yeah, it's
And
just
as you come up, you continue to get pandered. It gets easier and easier. Now you get to the NFL and they start starting to change the rules. They starting to conform to what's going on. Now you're looking at it like, dang, these dudes ain't really, you know what I mean? Some of them built different. Some of them built to go out there and do that. But most of them, you know what I mean? You look at them like, man, you kind of soft.
I mean, that's just kind of. But I mean, that's just not a. I don't think it's just a football thing. I think it's a society thing too, though. It's not like it's
not just football. It's not just football.
It's worse than basketball.
Yeah, it's a lot of sports. So I mean,
these motherfuckers don't want to rebound. They don't want to play defense.
They just want to shoot
threes.
They just want to shoot threes. They have turned basketball into a non-contact sport.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's down to everything, bro. You can go to any profession, any sport. The only sports that stand true to code is probably those like soccer and shit. You know what I mean? But even baseball getting down to the same type of shit. If you ain't hitting home runs, you really ain't popping. You know what I mean?
I mean, but the thing about soccer is like soccer still got like soccer is a sport that started the whole flopping shit though. If you want to be honest about it, like them the niggas that was been flopping for years. So
yeah, they stopped, but they was flopping back in the day though. It was part of their game.
Yeah, that's true too.
They be trying to get them cars, man. They be trying to get them yellows and them reds. They try to get you up out of there, get them penalty kicks. But all right, let's move on to this first game. Probably gonna be disgusting, but Ravens versus Giants. Ravens favored by 16. Over under 42.5.
God damn. I mean, I done seen a lot of lines in my day. I can't remember the last time I seen the NFL line minus 16 though.
On the road. On the road by 16. So they really saying it's a 20-point.
That's what they're saying. Like if they was on a neutral site, it's damn near 20 points.
Facts.
I usually don't like these, because we talked about this shit last week. Them 10+ spreads.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore on this one, man. I just feel like the Giants have quit.
I think the coaching staff, the players, everybody done quit.
Yeah, that whole franchise has made a complete 180, dog. I don't know where they go because they gave up a lot of draft stock to get Brian Burns, and that shit is not working at all. It's not. I thought that defense was going to be in contention as far as like one of the best defenses in the league. It's not.
Question before we get into the Giants game a little bit. How do y'all feel about like how the rankings keep doing the limbo? Do you think it'll be a team in these three teams that win a game?
What you mean, the teams that got like 2 and 3 wins?
Because it keep going limbo between Jacksonville, New York, and Las Vegas every week.
Nigga, Jacksonville is putting a player on IR like every week, dog, a starter. So I think they are in full.
I don't think anybody cares about them being number 1 overall, though.
Well, I mean, because they're not going to draft a quarterback, though. That's it go the same for the Patriots. We're not drafting a quarterback, so for us, doesn't really matter.
You cool with Drake, Mick?
Oh yeah, I mean, like Drake's playing pretty well. I mean,
I like Drake myself.
Yeah, I mean, for the talent, for the offensive line he don't have,
Hmm.
and the limited amount he got at receiver. I mean, I'm fine with him. Like we don't the quarterback position right now. Like obviously he's just a rookie, so I got to see how
Yeah.
next year. But right now I'm fine with him. Like I mean, you heard me talking about Jaden all summer. Like I like he was the guy I would rather prefer. But I mean,
Yeah.
Drake been good for us. So I ain't got no. I mean, like we're not drafting a quarterback like that. That's just not happening. So, um, but yeah, I mean, for me, it's the toughness between the Raiders and the Giants. Because I've
Yeah.
heard Raider fans say that some Raider fans want Shador, some Raider fans want Cam, and the same goes for the Giants. Some Giant fans want Cam, some Giant fans want Shador, and there's a third kind of Giant fan that don't even want to draft a quarterback at all. They'd rather build up the roster and wait till next year. So, but I mean, because like the
Yeah.
quarterback draft is not that strong this year. So
It's not. It's not. It's just two dudes,
I
and
ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't. I don't even think it's. I wouldn't. Y'all know how I feel about Cam Ward, bro.
uh, I feel like it's for Cam. For me, oh, okay. Disclaimer: I have not seen a lot of Miami Hurricane football. With that said, the little bit of football that I have seen, Cam Ward isn't. He doesn't look as athletic as Caleb Williams, and we saw Caleb's athleticism not translate to the
listen,
next
sir,
level.
sir. My problem was right when they were blowing teams out. He was playing perfect football. When those games got crunch time tight, he started playing Cam Ward, what I knew him to be, football, turning the ball over multiple times, making crazy reads, getting into bad situations with the football down the stretch of games. And that's what I said to y'all. Remember, I said that at the beginning of the season when I was talking about him. His turnovers in big games and big moments had to go away for him to really push Miami to be a team. When those games got late and it was 38 to 30, you know what I mean? It's a one score game. We need you to not play without the ball in your hand. We need you to play mistake free. He started turning the ball over. He started fumbling. He started doing things that I seen him do at Washington State. I just feel like you put him on a NFL roster, he may be able to grow, yes, but I believe if you put him out there first year as your starter, you're gonna
Mhm.
see those same traits, bro. You're gonna see high turnover rate. You're gonna be upset in the product you get year one.
so
And
I mean, let me say about Cam. Like my issue with Cam Ward is not even about his ability to play the game. My issue is his mindset. Like you watch him play, like he plays with this nonchalantness that
yeah,
I just don't like it. Like like it's not even just on the place where he has a 3 or 5 step drop and he's letting the ball go. He's fully capable of doing that. But it's the place where he's flushed out the pocket, he's running the ball, and he's just laissez-faire going out of bounds, and it's just like that's not going to work in the NFL. I get you playing, and I'm not trying to downgrade the ACC, but
yeah,
I get you playing that conference, and you can play that way. I mean, you don't got to run full speed out of bounds, but you get into the NFL. That's you're going to get your head taken off like playing like that. So I mean, so you can't play with that like laissez-faire attitude, and I'm hoping that it's just like he's playing teams like Virginia Tech or Virginia where he feel like he could do it, so it don't matter. But in the NFL, you can't. Even the 2 and 3 win teams, they got good players on their defenses, and they will knock your head off. I mean, if you play like that. So
You see what they just did to Caleb?
yeah.
He tried to do that little fake run out of bounds shit, and they clapped him.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, you just can't play the game that way. So, but
To me,
we gotta see.
but to me, the nonchalant shit is like how he ends up throwing picks and stuff.
That's
Oh
true.
no, and then he'll throw, bro. That one game that they end up winning, I don't care, bro. You shouldn't have been in that predicament. He threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah, like sometimes his turnovers, like his picks, be bad sometimes too. So
You know how? Listen. You know how mad I would be as a coach if we should have blown the team out, but you threw 3 interceptions, so you left them in the game, so we had to go down on the game-winning drive at the end of the game to win.
yeah, man, I wouldn't be happy about it. That's for sure.
and
But
and and my issue with Shador is he just he holds the ball too long. he's going to get folded the fuck up in the NFL if he can't stop that shit.
But
It's true too.
he also holds the ball long because he waiting for his receivers to get open. Them receivers ain't. I mean, he to me he got two guys and did the two and impossible.
Yeah, I mean, and you hope that's just circumstance of being in Colorado. That's just the scheme there of like, I mean, the routes being this long developing, right? You just hope that's what it is. You hope that when he gets to the league, he's not holding on to the ball too long because in the league, you just can't do that. That's not going to work. Holding the ball too long.
When you look at his Jackson State tape, it's a totally different quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, but they also had a different scheme. I mean, like, like they weren't trying to force the ball down the field.
So it was quick game. It was quick game.
Yeah, so I mean, if you go to a team where they can, I mean, I'm not saying you can't have no plays that are like long developing routes. Not what I'm saying, but like if he's going to hold on to the ball like he does at Colorado, he's going to get his I mean, like his head knocked off. That's just I don't wish that on no quarterback, but you can't. The amount of length of time he's holding on to the ball at Colorado, he's not going to be able to do that in the league.
That's the thing. Like to me, that's the shaker for both of the teams that's possibly going to draft him in the Giants and the Raiders. Neither one of them are talent efficient on offense. You got one player on one team and one player on the other. And outside of that, you're going to have to add talent. You got Malik Neighbors and Brock Bowers. And then you got some what can they be type if they have a quarterback questions type guys. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the Giants got more pieces than the Raiders, though. I think the Giants, like the
offensive line, they got a better.
I mean the O-line, but they also have what's the dudes that they got out of Tennessee? Wendell Robinson. They got him. I mean, he's not a bad second wide receiver. And then they drafted Theo Robinson. I think his name is Theo Robinson from Penn State last year. So it's like they to me the better situation would be the Giants in terms of personnel. Like I think their personnel is okay. Versus the Raiders, I agree with you. Like the Raiders O-line, not the greatest. It's not really that good at all. I mean, the Raiders got Bowers, but the Raiders also got Jacoby. I mean, Jacoby Myers is not a bad number 2 wide receiver, but
that's why I said he more like to me. He fall in that range like with Wandale. Like, what would you be if you get a good quarterback?
Yeah,
I see Wandale and Jacoby have some moments in games where you like, all right, they might can have something if they got a guy that really can get them to rock.
Yeah.
Because Daniel Jones, I mean, he set Wandale up a few times to probably get hospitalized, and McConnell was doing the same thing to Jacoby.
I mean, personally, like if I'm a quarterback and you go to the Giants, I don't think the Giants. I just think the Giants had a whole situation with Daniel Jones. If you gave me the choice, I'd probably rather go to the Giants than the Raiders because I just think the Giants have more pieces. And so they have more pieces. I mean, like defensively, like Certified talked about this earlier. I don't think the defense is a personnel issue. I think it's like they hired the defensive coordinator from the Titans last year, and then he did a lateral situation. So I think the Giants got all the defensive pieces to be good. I just don't. I just think the coordinator, like, they got to get rid of him and just try to get someone else in there to run that defense. Because there's no reason why the personnel that they have on that defense, why that defense not better.
Yeah.
So I think they got to scrap the whole coaching staff, bro. Like the Giants, they got to just restart. They got to start over.
I believe they're gonna give Dayball a chance for him and GM to go in and get that guy. That's why I low key don't believe they take. I think Shador fits more of what they want out of a quarterback than what Cam fits.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna fire Dayball because when they brought Dayball in, Dayball didn't pick the quarterback that he was forced to coach. The quarterback was already there, Daniel Jones. So he never got a chance to pick his guy. Like he had to work with the guy that they already had. So I think that's the only reason why they're not going to get rid of. I think he's going to stay, and he's going to have the choice of the quarterback. Well, not necessarily the choice because they don't get the number 1 pick. Then it's not going. He going to get whoever the Raiders don't choose. But I mean, and like at least it's going to be a guy that he actually wants. Yeah. Versus Daniel Jones was a guy that was forced onto him, and he did the best he could with him.
Yeah, I just believe Shador falls in that Dayball type of guy. Bigger quarterback, impressive arm, high accuracy. You know what I'm saying? Could put the ball anywhere you want it. I just believe if Dayball is sitting at 2, I believe me personally he takes Shador over Cam.
I mean, the funny thing is, like Shador, I think he wants to go to Oakland, though. That's the funny thing.
Oh, I believe the same. I believe the same.
But get back to the game.
But you see, he was hanging out with neighbors last night.
Well, yeah, because I mean, he's in New York though, man. It's just the Heisman thing. They just happen to be there.
Yeah.
You know what's up though? He know what's. Hey, look, you gotta. Hey, look, build a little chemistry early. Never know where I'm gonna be at. You know, next weekend I might go hang out with Brock. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he in the city. I mean, neighbors is there, so I don't really got an issue with it, honestly.
No, I'm just kidding. You know how the media gonna swing it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, like they're gonna play that shit up big time. Especially once the season's over and it's all we got to talk about is the draft. I mean, once the free agency's over, I mean, like they're gonna build that thing up like it's like like a skyscraper, man.
Right. Go back to the game though.
I mean, I agree with y'all. Like, if you watch this pod, man, I hate NFL lines above 10 points. I really do. But in this case, I just can't. I can't.
Right.
I just can't. I can't do it. Like I want to, but I'm not. Like, so give me the Ravens minus 16. I just think the Ravens are just they're coming out of their last 4 games. They're still fighting for that division. So they have to win. I mean, the Steelers already beat them once already. So I mean, they're in a position where they got to win, and it's not just winning for the division, but it's winning for the wild card because you got teams like the Dolphins and the Colts that are winning, and you do not want to give up ground to those teams. So yeah, I got that. I mean, props. Give me Derrick Henry for anytime touchdown. I mean, shit. I mean, he actually might score 2 in this game. So I mean, you might want to, and you might want to trickle him for 2. You got him. Give me and also give me Derrick Henry for like 70 yards rushing. On the Giants side, give me Tim Tracy, who's the Giants running back. Give me him for 50 yards. I do think the Giants get in the end zone once, and I think Tracy's the one that's going to do it. And I'm trying to think of any other props. I'd probably go Danny DeVito in anytime interception because I think the Ravens are going to at least get 1 pick in this game. Give me that too. I'm gonna stay away from the Ravens wide receivers because I think this game's gonna get out of hand pretty quickly, and I don't know how much they're really gonna have to throw the ball.
Yeah, I'm riding with the Ravens. I don't see a world where the Giants do anything other than lose this game in dramatic fashion. They're probably gonna lose pretty bad. Like y'all was saying just before, the defensive coordinator, the offense, it's just seeing like everybody they tapped out. They done. It's over with. They were ready for the season to end. They wish it could end today. It ain't. So give me Lamar rushing yards too. I think he gonna kill him a little bit too.
I mean, they're not the only one that wishes the season was over today. Trust me.
Oh no, they're not. The next game right here, Jets versus Jags. Jets favored by 3.5. Over under is short.
This is the elimination bowl right here.
So they both eliminated, right?
Yeah, I think they both got 4 wins. I think.
Nah, Jazz got 2 wins.
Nah,
the Jazz got 2 wins.
Nah, the Jags got 3 because the Jags won last week.
They
Jags
did win
last week. Yeah, so I mean, both these teams got 3 wins. As a matter of fact, they're both 3-10.
Oh, so yes, the 1 pick is now who? What's
the Raiders? The Raiders and the Giants are tied with the worst record in the league. Yeah,
I don't mind if the Raiders get it.
Right now, if I was Tom as the president of player personnel, I walk into Antonio Pierce. Well, no, call Antonio Pierce to my office. Sit him down in front of the desk and say, look, if you want to keep your damn job, you better not win a game. You better not win no games. If you want to be here next year, you better give me that number 1 pick. I don't care what you do.
I don't think they're going to have an issue, though. I don't think I have an issue with that because I think the Raiders
they play the Falcons, the Jags, the Saints, and the Chargers. You better not lose. You better not win that Jags game.
yeah. I was going to say that's the only game they can really win is the Jags game. But
you better not. Well, they might could beat the Saints because Derek Carr, he down.
But is that really? I mean, Derek Carr ain't that good anyways. So
no. But this is the Elimination Bowl. I'm not touching any props. My personal stuff in this game. Maybe a little rushing on the Jet side. Is Braylon Allen still gonna be the starter this week?
I don't. I heard news that Brees Hall was going to play in this game.
Okay, well if it's Brees Hall, I don't know, man. Both of these teams are, but yeah. Go ahead, man. You got it.
I gotta go with the Jets in this game. I mean, I think they're gonna win. I just think the only thing is Mac Jones is familiar with the Jets. I mean, that's the one thing I will say. I mean, I don't think Mac Jones ever lost to the Jets. I don't think. I'm trying to think because last year when he was on the team last year, he wasn't starting the last game of the season. I think that was Bailey Zappi playing that game. I don't think he's ever lost to the Jets. I mean, just to say that. So he's familiar with the Jets, but I just think like that defense, that D line going against that Jaguars O line is it's a bad matchup for the Jags. And I mean, everybody knows when you get pressure in Mac Jones' face, I mean, he's gonna give it up. So yeah, I mean, give me the Jets. I'm not taking the Jets on the money. I'm not taking the Jets on the spread though. I'm not. I mean, shit. I mean, like I don't trust them that much. I mean, give me the Jets on the money line. Give me a Mac Jones anytime interception, definitely. Really, if you're going to watch this game and you're a football lover, like probably the best matchup is going to be Sauce Gardner going against Brian Thomas Jr. That's probably something that you're going to want to see. Like, you know, I mean, if you're going to watch this game, which I don't know anybody in their right mind that will watch this game. But if you are, that would be the matchup that I'd be looking at. I mean, it should be a really good matchup. I mean, between those two. I still think Brian Thomas gets off. I think Brian Thomas, like, if you're going to take a bet, I'd probably take Brian Thomas for 40, 50 yards, something like that. I think he can get that on maybe like 4 or 5 receptions. I think he can do that. The only bet I really like in this game is, I mean, a Brees Hall touchdown and a Brees Hall touchdown and a Braylon Allen touchdown. Like I think they both could score. I mean, that's probably the best bet for this game. I wouldn't really spread my money into this game too much, but that's, you know, if I had to bet on something, it would probably be both Jets running backs. I'm scoring touchdowns in this game.
Certified?
I don't
want to watch this shit.
I really don't. I mean, I'm just saying, like, both teams are packed it in. You know what I'm saying? Like they're out. The Jaguars, like I said, they putting a new starter on IR like every week, every 4 or 5 days and shit. Like they done packed it in. I don't want to see this shit. But if I had to pick a winner, I'll probably go with the Jets. As far as props, bro, I'm done for the rest of the season. I'm tapping out, coach.
On that game, I definitely was tapping out. But
Sure.
Hey, listen, people didn't believe me last week when I said this, but it happened. It happened. Remember, I told you I was like, the Panthers probably gonna be favored in that Cowboys game. Cowboys versus Panthers. Panthers favored by 3 over under 43.
I mean, like the way the Cowboys lost that game was crazy. I mean, I'm not gonna say I've never seen nothing like that, but the way they lost that game is only the Cowboys could lose a game like that, man.
I forgot what happened.
So I think at the end of the game, weren't the Bengals?
Okay, look, Bengals punted.
Yeah.
Cowboys blocked the punt. The dude tried to field it. It hit off his shoulder. Bengals recover. Game over.
Yeah, because the rule is like when you block a punt, but the punt still went forward.
But it still went forward.
So I mean, the thing is like the receiving team, if they touch it, it works just like a muff. And so he touched it, and once you touch it and you don't,
oh yeah, that's I remember now. Yeah.
You don't possess it, then it's like a fumble. So they literally switched possessions and gave it back to the Bengals, and the Bengals, I mean, you do that, the Bengals go drive down there and score. I mean, the game was a good game for the most part. I enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just something the Cowboys would do, man. That's all I can say.
They lost in Cowboy fashion.
Yeah, pretty much.
But real talk, Panthers are playing some of the best football.
They really are, though.
In a while, to me, they are 3 possessions away from being on a 5-game win streak at this point. And really, like, if you look at all three of their games that they lost in the last 3 weeks, like, they all came down to, like, some dramatic loss. Like, Chuba Hubbard fumbled against the Bucks. If I'm not mistaken, they missed a field goal against the Chiefs. Leggett dropped the touchdown pass against us. Like, they are 3 possessions away from being on a 5-game win streak. So what I do like in this game, give me Chuba Hubbard for his rushing yards. Give me if it's 190 to 195 passing, give me Bryce Young passing yards. And I think Xavier Leggett gonna be motivated. But this is the second time in a row. Second time in these 3 games where he's dropped a critical pass. So I'm looking for him to step up this week, man. Give me Xavier Leggett anytime touchdown. For the Cowboys, give me Rico Dowdle rushing yards, and give me Micah Parsons for an anytime sack. Give me CeeDee Lamb over 60 yards.
Yeah, I'm with you on this, man. Like, I think both teams are going in 2 different directions. I just think the Cowboys find ways to lose every week, not really playing that well offensively. And I mean, that's no fault to their own. I mean, their starting quarterback has been out. I mean, he's on IR for the season, so it's not their fault. I mean, CD, I think when the season's over, you're gonna find out that CD's gonna need surgery on that shoulder. But he's still trying to play. I mean, you've seen it in the game against the Bengals, like that long catch and run he had for like 50-something yards, and they tagged him on his shoulder. Like, the dude didn't look like he wanted to get up. So I think Cowboy fans should be happy that they got CD locked up, because he's showing you that he's going to play through injury or pain or whatnot. So he's showing you that he's that guy. But yeah, I mean, Cooper Rush is just, there's a reason why he's been the backup. And the defense is doing the best they can with the personnel that they have, but they can't stop the run. And the Panthers been running the ball good. So we give me the Panthers minus the 3. Give me Chuba for at least 50 rushing yards. I mean, I personally think he'll get like 60 or 70, but I'll be conservative with it. 50. I mean, give me him for any time touchdown. I believe he's going to score. I would take Adam Thielen's yards, man. Adam Thielen's actually looked good ever since he came off the IR. He's looked really good at some of the catches he's making. He don't look like a receiver in his 30s. So I mean, I would take him for his yards and his receptions. But he's the only really wide receiver I trust. I mean, Xavier Leggett he's a rookie. I mean, he gets open, but sometimes he don't always make the catch. So I'm gonna kind of stay off of him. On the Cowboys side, give me Rico for about 40 yards. Give me CD for his reception and his yards. Those are the plays that I pretty much like the most in this game.
Certified.
I feel the same way about the Cowboys, man. They just looking like my Niners, man. Just find a way to lose the fucking game. I'm not sure how the fuck they did that shit last week. Like if you gonna go for the ball, get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not gonna secure the ball, then don't fucking touch it. What's so hard about that? But I don't know, man. Carolina ain't no easy out, man. I've been praising them like the last 3 weeks. So Hubert, Chubbard, he a tough little motherfucker, man. Like they be teeing off on his ass, and he just keep coming, dog. I respect it. Um, I gotta go with Carolina, man. They playing with a sense of, well, everybody is interviewing right now. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers trying to put good film out there so that they can find themselves a landing spot or secure a second year on the contract that they got. They don't get released. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go with Carolina, man. They act like they actually want to play.
Oh, and the other thing I want to say was the coach. I mean, people were questioning Canal at the beginning of the season because they were playing so bad. But you got to give him his praise. I mean, like, it took him a while to kind of turn that team around. And I mean, like, I mean, what everybody's been saying on the panel, like, my boys is playing real good right now.
So the next game we got Commanders versus Saints. Commanders favored by 7.5. The over/under is 43.5. Man, the Saints can't catch a break. I mean, Jesus Christ! You said the Jags putting somebody on IR every week. It almost feels like the Saints doing the same thing. Half of their offense right now is sitting on the IR or injured list. They can't catch a break right now, man. So if Derek Carr was playing in this game, I might say it'd be a little closer, but he's not gonna be playing. So I like the Commanders to win this game. Give me B-Rob for 50 rushing yards. Give me Terry McLaurin for 40 receiving yards. Give me Jaden Daniels. Give me. I'm gonna leave it. I ain't gonna get too greedy. Give me the Commanders for the win.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what you said, man. The Saints are really injured. I mean, Derek Carr they put him on IR because I think he broke his wrist or something. Taysom Hill tore his ACL the week before. Chris Olave has been on IR with the concussion thing, which I kind of blame on Derek Carr, man. Like he put him in a bad that played. So yeah, they got a lot of injuries, man, and I mean the Commanders are they're trying to make a run for the playoffs at this point. I mean I've always had the Eagles, winning that division, in the offseason, but I mean I think mathematically the Commanders still have a chance. So I guess that's what their fans are going to cling to. But yeah, I mean, give me the Commanders minus -7.5. The game. My only question is that the game is in New Orleans, so like playing in that dome is something different. So I mean, it's always a difficult place to play. But I just think with the injuries, man, they just don't have enough to be able to beat the Commanders. Prop wise, the only person they really have on that offense right now is Kamara and MVS. And I think before last week, I think MVS had scored in every game that he played with them, and that last week was the one week he didn't score. So I do like MVS for a touchdown. Well, yeah, I mean he should be able to score in this game. I like
Jake Haener. Jake Haener for to throw a touchdown. I'm taking that then.
MVS is still a good wide receiver. I mean, like as long as Jake could throw it deep. I mean,
Jake. I don't know who Jake. I ain't never seen Jake Haener play no football.
Yeah, he's played a couple games for them already this season, actually.
Crazy. No. Well, the only person I seen play for them outside of Derek Carr was a couple seconds of me watching the young ball play.
Yeah, so I'll take him and Kamara and MVS for touchdowns. I'll take Kamara for 50 yards rushing, and I'll take it for 25 yards receiving because Kamara will have to pretty much do it all in this game. The Commander side, give me B-Rob for 60 rushing yards, and I think he gets in the end zone. Give me Scary Terry for 50 yards and a touchdown. Let's try to think who else. I mean, that's pretty much who else they have. I mean, like they signed KJ Osborne, who we cut this week, which the dudes stink anyway. So I don't really expect much from him.
Give me Zach Ertz for 25.
Yeah,
they like dumping it off to him a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, those are players that I like in the game.
Certified.
I like the Commanders, man. I like what they're doing right now. I like both teams, to be honest with you. The Saints really don't have anything to play for, but they show up. I'm not sure how much they're going to be able to show up without Taysom Hill because I don't know if you follow them or Pop talked about it. Every time that offense gets stagnant, they rely on Taysom to I guess like a bump of coke in a bathroom when the club is jumping or whatever. That's a bad analogy, but anyway, if they don't have Taysom no more, so I'm not sure how competitive they're going to be with the current roster that they have, and they kind of beat up on defense, man. Jaden Daniels should have a pretty decent game.
So we got Bengals versus Titans. Bengals favored by 5. Over under is 46.5. Jesus Christ, what's going on with these games? The Bengals should win this game. the Titans defensively are playing well. They had a win a few weeks ago that we thought maybe turns the season around. Um, but I just don't think the Titans can win this game. The Bengals are putting some of the best statistical offense up in the league right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
Joey on fire, dog.
Yeah.
and the Titans struggling, man. They just should have won a game last week that they lost 10-6 to the Jags.
Who do they even have, dog? I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I can't name a single player on the Titans
Tony
except
Pollard,
for
Calvin Ridley,
Tony Pollard. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean
Calvin
Calvin Ridley
Ridley.
too.
Oh,
The
really
tight
on
end
there?
is actually pretty good. I think it's like Oku. What's his name? Oku something. The tight end for the Titans. He's pretty good too, though. I just cannot pronounce his name at all. But I mean the Titans offense actually not that bad. It's just the quarterback is so bad. Like Will Levis.
Oh, Okwanu.
Yeah,
Okwanu.
Laquano, yeah, he's good too.
Big Okwanu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty good too. It's just like they got their offense isn't bad. It's just the quarterback is just so bad at times that he make the offense worse than what it is. Um, the funny thing is, I don't like the Bengals -5 because if you watch all these Bengals games, they all be close games because the defense is so bad. So I don't really love the Bengals -5. I think the Bengals are going to win. I just don't think they're going to win. I think it's going to be a one possession game. I can see it be like in a field goal kind of game.
Oh, and they got Tyler Boyd too.
Yeah, but I mean, Tyler Boyd ain't really done nothing too much this year, though. I don't think.
He ain't even got a touchdown yet.
Yeah, nothing crazy. But I mean, that's how it's when your quarterback is Will Levis. That's what's gonna happen.
How did they have so much faith in that man?
I mean, I don't think they had that much faith. They drafted him in the second round. I think at the point where they're trying to see if
But
they
wasn't
can
there
get
wasn't there a top pick this year too?
They had a top 10 pick last year, but I think they drafted a tackle. They drafted the tackle out of Alabama, actually, Latham.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah,
So,
JC Latham.
But they traded away D-Hop, so they're probably in the market to draft another wide receiver this year, even though the wide receiver class in the draft ain't really that good either. But yeah, so I think it's gonna be a close game. Like I'd take the Bengals -2.5, like somewhere around there. I think it's gonna be a close game. Plus, you gotta remember the Titans got a good defense. The Titans are gonna stop the run, and you got to be able to beat them in the passing game, which the Bengals are very capable of doing that. So I mean, props for this game. I love Tony Pollard for 60 yards because the Bengals run defense is not really that good. The Bengals secondary is not that good either. So give me Calvin Ridley for 50 yards. I'll say about 4 receptions. I think Tony Pollard gets into the end zone for them. The Bengals side, I love Jamar Chase every week, man. He's balling out of control right now. So I mean,
Money in the bank.
Yeah. So I mean, give me Jamar for 70 yards and a touchdown. I think T. Higgins bounces back in this game, so I think T would be good for 40 or 50 yards. Chase Brown for 25 receiving yards. Chase will get in the end zone, and I also think that Higgins will get in the end zone this week too.
I do like Joe Burrow's attempts and his yards. I don't think he's missed his attempts in like the last 8 games.
Yeah.
They slinging that pill, bro.
Oh yeah, yes they are.
They're trying to make an imaginary push towards the playoffs.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Joe for me, it's between Joe and Saquon for the MVP right now.
Joe's not gonna win it, man. I mean, like you ain't winning that thing only having 5 wins.
If I don't know, though, if Saquon don't his numbers, bro, where he at right now? Like 36 touchdowns with 3 games to go.
Who, Saquon or Joe?
Joe.
I think Joe's at I think he's at 30 something. I think.
Yeah, I think he about 30, 35, 36.
33?
He going 33.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he gonna crack 40.
Well, I mean, he got 4 games to get 7 touchdowns. I think he's gonna crack 40.
He gonna have to get 2 each. I don't know. That's a lot to ask for, especially when the defense know they coming out gunning downfield and shit. But we'll see, man. I mean, Joey's pocket awareness might be the best in the league right now. It's like that motherfucker got he like a fucking octopus, dog. Like he got like 6 eyes on his head or something. Cause the way he be moving around and manipulating the pocket, and he even using his legs, man. Um,
I mean, with
I
that
I
line, though, he really got no choice but to be like that.
I,
That line ain't that good.
I really haven't been paying attention to Joe Burrow until like 2, 3 weeks ago. I wasn't, because they've been losing, so I really haven't been paying attention to them. Man, this motherfucker's killing it right now.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
he actually
Go ahead.
might be offensive player of the year though. I mean, they
If
might. It depends. They might give it to Saquon too, but it just depends.
if Saquon get one of the two, he gonna get if he cracked 2,000, he's getting MVP. I don't care if he breaks the record or not. He gonna get MVP.
I don't
If
think
he
so.
don't, I think he gonna get offensive player of the year.
Yeah, I just the MVP it's not a running back award, man. It's just not. It's sad because
He
like I said,
got listen. I told
That
everybody this.
2K is the holy grail though, brother.
Nah,
nah, it's
he
really
need
not
the
though.
record, bro. He need the record to get it. It's the only way. You gotta
Who
break
who
Eric.
who was the last motherfucker to rush for 2K and not get it?
Didn't CJ 2K run for that for 2000 with the Titans and he didn't win it.
Did Derrick Henry get it?
Derrick Henry, I think he ran for 2000. He didn't get it either. The last
Did
running back to
Gary
get
get
it was
2,000?
AP.
yeah. I mean, he's the last dude to run for 2000 and win the MVP. But if you remember that team
He
was
was the
bad,
team.
bro. The
He was the
quarterback on that team was Sam
Christian.
Parker.
I thought it was Christian Paul.
Yeah. His wife is Sam Parker, but
Wait a minute,
Christian
wait a minute.
Parker was the quarterback
Derrick,
on
oh, he
that.
do got 2,000. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, like that Vikings team was terrible. That's the reason,
Yeah.
and he willed them to get to the playoffs. Like
It was him, Austin, Christian Ponder. They had some boo boo on that team.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like they don't tend to give that award. I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news on this.
It's probably Josh. It's probably Josh.
I mean, if Josh plays well against the Lions, bro, he's winning that shit. And they don't got to win either. Like because if you look at the odds, like before the Rams game, his odds to win the MVP was minus 250. After the Rams game, it jumped up to minus 450. So if Josh have another game like he had without any turnovers, like I mean, this is the last game he got to clear because he got 2 games with the Patriots and a game with the Jets. This is the last hurdle for him. So if he clears it, I mean, trust me, like I'm not against giving the running back the award. Like I mean, I support it. I wanted to give CMC the award last year because I thought CMC was that important to that team. And you're seeing this year how important CMC is to that team. But it's just not the way like the media votes on it. Like the media love giving it to a quarterback. So I mean, you're also going to throw like Jared Goff is kind of in the dark horse position right now, though. I mean, he's there too, though.
Is Keon back this week?
Say what?
Keon Coleman for the Bills.
I think he's supposed to play this week. But I mean, Jared Goff is in a dark horse situation. Jared Goff still has games down the stretch where he might be able to wrestle that away from Josh Allen, though. So
I think Saquon also. I think both of them on the Josh and Saquon this week got the same type of task, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Saquon got a tough task, man. I mean, like going against that.
That's what I'm saying. If he can have one of those big games against the Steelers, he might can make a little fight towards the top of it.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be tough for both of them because. Well, not really. I mean, the Lions got a good run defense. Like I'm not convinced on their secondary yet, though.
All right, so next game we got Chiefs versus Browns. Chiefs favored by 4.5. Over under is 43.5. You can go first, man.
Man, you know I'll always root against the Chiefs, man. You know I'll roll, but I just don't see it, man. I do think it's going to be a close game. I mean, the Chiefs really haven't blown out too many people this year, so I think the matchup, the Browns have a good chance, though. I'll say that, but my issue, if Jameis, I don't think Jameis is playing, though. I think they said I think they're starting DTR this week. So if Jameis was playing, I'd give them a better chance. But I don't think Jameis is playing, so that means DTR is going to be there. Is going to be the starter, and I do not. I have never liked DTR as a quarterback in the NFL. I mean, he was cool in college at UCLA, but that's about it. So I got the Chiefs winning a close game. Like if I was gonna bet the line, I mean maybe I might drop them at -3 or 2.5, something like that, because all these Chief games be close. I think the only issue the Chiefs gonna have in this game is the edge rushers for the Browns, because the Chiefs tackles are so bad. So I mean, like Myles Garrett could have a game. I mean, he could seriously have a game. I mean, Myles has a capability of wrecking games. So if you let him wreck,
Yeah.
he can wreck it. But I just think the Chiefs have too much. I mean, Isaiah Pacheco coming back. And I heard like Hollywood Brown, they opened up his window to come back. So I mean, they're starting to get a little bit healthy at wide receiver. So gotta see how that looks. Props in the game. I mean, give me Chubb for anytime touchdown. Give me Njoku for 40 yards receiving. Give me Kelsey 40 yards receiving. Pacheco, I like Pacheco for about 50 yards and a touchdown. And also give me a DTR for an anytime touchdown, because he's definitely going to do that. And also give me DTR for 25 yards rushing, because I think he's going to have to run the ball in this game. So
certified.
Listen, man. I got the I don't know, man. This game kind of bothers me, man. Uh, uh, Kansas City is really banged up on the outside as far as they tackles. I mean, I don't want to bring up the holding, but um, I just got a feeling Miles Garrett is going to wreck they shit, man. I think it's going to be a close game. I'm gonna go with Kansas City. But I just got a feeling Miles Garrett is going to have one of those games where it's like, you know, I need my defensive player of the year award too type game. Um, I was in a space with some Chiefs fans last night, and K Dynasty and Gina and them, and they was talking about how banged up their offensive line is. If Jameis not playing, I don't think they have a chance. I
yes,
don't, because I feel like Jameis has the ability to take advantage of their deficiencies in the secondary right now. Their secondary is not playing good football at all. But we'll see. We'll see. These motherfuckers find a way to squeak shit out like every fucking week. So you definitely can't count them out.
yeah. I just checked the injury report. I could have swore I heard someone in space saying he wasn't going to play, but I just look. It doesn't look like he's injured at all, so he should be playing.
If Jameis play, it's a little different now.
I mean, famous Jameis, yeah.
He might pull one off. I don't know if he's gonna pull nothing crazy off like that, but I don't know. It looked like he playing though. Yeah, you
Yeah,
right.
I just looked at. I don't see any injury designation, so I don't know.
I see 3 days ago they say Browns clarified that they will stay with Winston even after being eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah, so I don't. I mean, I heard it from a Browns fan, but I don't see anything that would say that. So, but yeah,
Like he wouldn't
if
play.
James plays, they definitely have a chance to win.
Yeah, they got a fighter's chance. Listen, this is gonna be probably a decent defensive game on both sides of the ball. The Chiefs defense is obviously playing well and keeping them in games. The Browns defense also plays well. They top in the league in a lot of categories. I don't think it'll be easy to just go in here and dominate the Browns, even though they are eliminated from the playoffs. I do think the Chiefs will win, though. I think the Chiefs will figure out a way to pull it off. Some of that voodoo magic they're using over there is working and paying off. They got that thing in full effect, full swing.
Voodoo magic.
Give me Isaiah Pacheco for 50 yards. Give me Xavier Worthy. Maybe for 25 yards. Yeah, that's all. That's all. Because I don't trust Chubb no more, so I'll be leaving him alone. leaving him off the
And I
team.
can trust him for the touchdown though. That's the one thing you can't trust him for is like the touchdown.
If they get down there, yeah, Chubb will score one. But I took
And
this man for like 50 yards one week. This man had like 30 something. I was like, yeah, you done. You fried bacon, Mika, brother.
if you taking it for yards, man, I'm being brave with the 50. I mean, conservatively, you should take it for 25 or 40 conservatively.
Yeah. So we got Dolphins versus Texans. Texans favored by 3. Over under is 46.5. I actually look. I ain't gonna lie. This game is to me an even spread. I wouldn't have gave them 3, even though being at home. Um, I think the Dolphins are playing some good football offensively right now, with Tua being back, how he's been playing lately. And the Texans, they trying to find their foot still. I don't know why it seems like that in every game, but they're trying to find their identity as an offense.
I mean, but the Texans is lucky though, because like they were struggling, but they had a late bye. Their bye was last week, so it kind of gives them a chance to kind of regroup and stuff. So
Yeah, I think the Texans will pull this game out. I wouldn't be shocked if the Dolphins win. Give me Nico Collins, 50 receiving yards and a touchdown. Give me Joe Mixon, anytime touchdown. Give me Tyreek Hill, anytime touchdown. Oh, and A-Chain. He always getting it
um man, this is actually kind of a tough game to call. I mean, the Dolphins don't got to worry about the weather because I mean the Texans play indoors, so they ain't got to worry about all that. So it's a good weather game. It's going to be a fast track. I still like the Texans. Like I said, they're coming off the bye. They got 2 weeks to prepare for this game. They've kind of been struggling offensively. Like the O line been struggling, the defense been struggling. So it's a well needed bye that they got last week. I'll take them on the money line. Though. I think it's going to be a really close game. I mean, it could come down to like the fourth quarter, and I mean, which defense can stand up. Prop wise, I like Joe Mixon for a touchdown. I also like Joe Mixon for about 50 yards. Give me Nico for 60 yards receiving. I actually love Nico in this game, but I think he's gonna have a really good game. I like Tank for about 40 yards. On Dolphins side, like Smitty said, I mean, A-Chain a touchdown. I mean, you can pretty much cash that every week, man. And he's scoring a touchdown every week. Cash that. And I like A-Chain for about 50 yards rushing. I like it for 25 yards receiving because they also throw him the ball a lot too. Tyreek Hill's been on the stretch the last couple weeks where he scored touchdowns. So give me Tyreek for a touchdown, and Tyreek for 50, and give me Jonnu Smith yards and receptions. I mean, Jonnu has had a really good season, and Tua gets him involved every single week.
Certified?
God damn it. What game we on?
Dolphins Texans.
Oh, I think this is gonna be a good game, yo. The Texans are up and down. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna get from them. Miami is coming on right now. They look like they seriously trying to make a playoff push. So, shit, we'll see. We'll see. Um, as far as the game goes, hmm, I'm gonna go with uh. The, the only thing that bothers me about Miami when it comes to props and shit, it's like it'll be Tyreek, it'll be Waddle, it'll be Tyreek, it'll be Waddle. They're not really consistent. They might run with A-Chain. He might get 18 carries or he might get 8 passes. You know what I'm saying? But the offense is clicking. I feel like their front seven is playing a whole lot better than in the beginning of the season. And the Texans, man, they just so up and down, bro. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on with CJ, but I just can't fuck with them right now. So I like Miami. What's this?
All right, so the next game we have is Colts versus Broncos. Broncos favored by 4.5. Over under is 44.5. Go ahead, sir.
Um, Broncos and who?
Colt.
Colts.
Boston.
And the game's
Uh, where's this game at?
Denver.
Denver. Oh yeah, I'm going with the Broncos. I don't know what I'm gonna get from the Colts. I really don't. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get for the Broncos on offense, but I know that motherfucker defense gonna show up to play, and they out there putting helmets on people. I just don't know what's going on in Indianapolis right now. I really don't. The they drafted what's the guy? The wide receiver.
You mean the Colts or the
Yeah,
Broncos?
the Colts.
You talking about Mitchell?
Yeah.
Yeah, Adonis Mitchell.
Yeah.
He hasn't really come on like I expected. I thought that he would be like a consistent deep threat, but the pass game hasn't been what I expected. Neither has Jonathan Teller, actually. I don't know what the fuck is going on in Indianapolis. The defense is not performing up to standard. That front seven is loaded with talent, man, and they just aren't doing anything. Um, as far as the Broncos, like I said, man, they play real hard football, man, 4 quarters, and that defense, you gotta bring your chin strap. So, and in Denver, man, we all know uh, playing in Denver is like playing in one of them damn domes, bro. Like it's hard to go in there and pull out a dub, especially when you're not being consistent. So I'm gonna definitely go with Denver. I don't like any of the props though, but I like Denver to cover.
Yeah, I'm with the same. Give me Denver to cover this game. Underwhelming performance offensively from Shane Steichen and his offense in the Indianapolis Colts with Anthony Richardson. Uh, they're gonna have to grow, man. Next year, obviously this offense will be a year older. Hopefully Shane is able to keep his job out there as the head coach. But they gotta build some things and put some things together through this draft and free agency. Really get some help over there. Jonathan Taylor, as you said, bro, has not been what I perceived him to come in this season and be able to do. Adonai Mitchell has not got involved, but Anthony Richardson is a lot of the problem when it comes to the receiving threats not really being involved in the game. He's struggling passing the ball. Um, his ability to run and get out of the pocket and do some things of that nature, is cool. But as a quarterback, no matter how much you can run and do all the fancy stuff, the number one ability you have to be productive in the NFL as a quarterback is to pass the ball. And he's struggling with that. So I'm gonna take the Broncos. Um, give me the Broncos. Williams, give me him for 50 rushing yards. Give me Cortland Sutton for anytime touchdown. Give me maybe even Anthony Richardson for anytime rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, I think y'all touched on it with the Colts. Like a lot of people expect them to be better, but I think when your quarterback is underperforming, I think that's what he can do to the offense. He can hurt your run game. He can hurt your receiver. Like the quarterback can hurt a lot of aspects of your offense. And I think that's what's going on. I mean, like
They're not scared of him passing the ball, so they selling out on the run. I mean, and then when he is forced to pass it, it's not good.
yeah, and I just think like he got to work on his accuracy. Like like I've always said about AR, like he can throw the ball deep. That's never been his issue, but his issue is short to intermediate. And like being accurate in that part of the passing game, it's shown this whole season. But
When you're getting blitzed, the deep ball works sometimes, but you got to be able to hit that intermediate because you're gonna need a hot route come across the middle, and you can't put it 5 yards over his head.
yeah, because if the offensive line is not giving enough time to throw, then you're not gonna be able to throw the ball down the field consistently. Games in Denver, man. I mean, like, I know it's as good as anybody else, man. Winning in Denver is a tough proposition. And I just I think it's gonna be hard. So I mean, give me Denver in this game. I mean, Denver's defense is really good, and I just think Denver's going to be able to shut down the Colts. I don't know. I don't know how many points you're going to get out the Colts having to go against that Denver defense in Denver. Um, Props that I like. I do like Cortland Sutton. Um, I mean, give me Cortland for 50 yards, and I say about 4 receptions. I mean, I feel like he can do that. Um, I mean, give me the quarterback. Bo. I mean, give me Bo for 25 rushing yards. I'm not touching they
Yeah, yeah,
they running back. I'm not touching none of their running backs because they run on a committee. Whoever hot that game, so you just don't have any way of knowing who really going to be hot in that game. So I'm gonna stay away from that. Um, Trying to think who else they have. Um, and I'm gonna go with a sleeper. I mean, give me Franklin for 25 yards. I mean, Troy hasn't really come come to play every game, but I feel as if this game would be a good game for him to come to play. Um, Colts side, give me Jonathan Taylor for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor for 50 yards. I think he can at least he's gonna get enough carries to get the 50. So I like that. Um, I'll also take AR for 25 rushing yards too because I believe that he's gonna have to flee the pocket on some of these drop backs. And so he should be able to get those rushing yards. Um, I'm not sure if Josh Downs is playing because I know he was out 2 weeks ago against the Patriots. I don't know if he's playing. If Josh plays, then I would definitely take him for 40 receiving yards. But I mean, like, other than that, like in this game, you got a lot of players on both sides that don't. I hate to say don't perform consistently, but they really don't. Like they're kind of week to week. So
yeah. I like Bo Nix yard rushing yards.
Russian.
Yeah.
Uh, we got Patriots versus Cardinals. Cardinals favored by 6. Over under is 46.5. Have at it, Nick. Have fun.
I have no appetite to win this game. So on that note, give me the Cardinals minus the 6.
You said you have no appetite. Yeah, I'm betting with the Patriots, man.
I got no appetite to win this game. I mean, winning at this point doesn't really do me any good at this point. So I'd rather just lose the game. We are coming off the bye, so we got a coach that has never been a coach coming off the bye, so I don't really know how that's going to look, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. Like I've been saying, the one bright spot about my team is Drake May. Well, not the one bright spot. I mean, we got a couple, but he's one of the brightest spots of the team. He's made comments during the week about finishing the season off strong, so I think he will. Like, I don't have any doubts about that. I just think the reason why I think the Cardinals are going to win is because we've had trouble stopping the run. The Cardinals want to run the ball. The Cardinals are going to be physical, and they're going to run the ball. And I mean, that's just not where we've been the best at. So I think they're going to have an issue with that. I think they're going to put Gonzalez on Marvin Harrison Jr. So I don't think Marvin going to be much of an issue. I think our issue is going to be Trey McBride. Like Trey McBride is literally, to me, he's like the best tight end in the league this year. I mean, I don't think anybody has been as he has. The touchdowns aren't really there, but I mean everything else is there. I mean, there might be an argument for Kittle. I mean, Kittle's had a really good season this year too. So I mean, if you want to say Kittle's number 1 and Trey's number 2, then I really don't got no problem with that either. Props like in this game. Drake May, I love Drake May for 25 rushing yards. Trying to think. Give me Hunter Henry for 40 yards receiving. I also think Hunter is going to get in the end zone. It's been a while for Hunter to get in the end zone, so I think he's good there. I'll take Mondre for 40 rushing yards. Cardinal side, give me John Connor for 50 yards and a touchdown. Give me Trey McBride. I'll go Trey 5 receptions, 50 yards. I think he should be able to get that. Give me Marvin for 25 receiving yards. And then give me Wilson for 25 receiving yards. And also, I believe Trey McBride gets in the end zone this week too.
Go ahead, sir.
I love Arizona here. Same thing I've been saying about the Panthers. They play real hard. Lacking on the talent side, but they show up, they play defense, offense. Trey McBride is like really killing it right now, bro. He really is. Kittle, my guy. I'm not gonna push back on Trey. He's like, I didn't see this. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't. So Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with Carolina. I ain't gonna talk too much.
Yeah,
Damn,
I'm going with the Cardinals to give me Trey McBride receiving yards and a touchdown. Uh, yeah, I'm off James Conner too. I'm off James Conner too. Yeah, he on the no bet list too. Yeah,
You put that man on the bad list, huh?
yeah, that boy on the ban list. That boy did not get no more of my dollars betted on him. That boy turned into a porcupine when I put money on.
bro,
Uh,
it's like one game he'll get like 25 carries, the next game he'll get like 8.
Yeah, but I also think the Cardinals coach, like I think he likes all the running backs that he has, though. So like, it's just not him carrying the ball 30 times a game either, though.
yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. Just like you said about the Broncos, that's how I feel about James Conner.
Boy,
We got the Bills versus the Lions. Lions favored by 2.5. Over under is 54.5. Go ahead, sir.
Let me see, man. Uh, I'm definitely going with the Lions. They're the better team right now. I've seen the Bills against the top teams in the league, and I don't think they've beat any of them. So, um, that like Gibbs and Montgomery right now, dog. Like this is a two-headed monster. Like this shit look like what was the motherfuckers from Auburn? Um,
Cadillac and
when they was
Ronnie.
running that Wildcat shit.
Cadillac and Ronnie Brown.
yeah,
Yeah. Like they this two-headed monster they got in the backfield, dog. Like I don't know if anybody can stop this shit, man. I'm just dead ass. Like I think the only people that could beat Detroit right now is Detroit. So
True.
I just don't think Josh Allen has enough talent around him to stick with them. I don't. He gonna get off for sure, but the defense, I don't know, man. That defense ain't what it used to be. I know Milano is just coming back and everything. They got some injuries in it as safety or whatever. It's going to be a long fucking game, and I don't know if Josh Allen can do it all. James Conner and Josh Allen, I don't know if they got enough. Cause the Lions, man, them motherfuckers is loaded, bro. They got a fucking superstar at almost all 11 positions on offense, and that's including the offensive line.
um, this is a tough game to call, man. Like this has the potential to be game of the year. You've been saying that a lot recently, but I mean, you got 2 games in the 4 o'clock slot this week that have the potential to be game of the year. And this is one of them. It's a hard game for me to call. The thing that concerns me, like this is a week to like I always tell people, man, NFL week to week league. And you even seen against the Rams when they play the Niners, like the Rams had given up 42 points to the Bills, and then they turn around and only give up 6 points in 4 days later. So it's a week to week league. It's matchup based. Um, the problem is with the Lions, man. I mean, the line, like I picked the Lions to win the Super Bowl in the preseason, man. Like the way their offense is set up, I don't know how you stop them.
Yeah,
You're not going to stop them from running the ball, and if you don't get pressure on Jared Goff is good when there's no pressure in his face. He's really good then. I just stop their offense. I don't think the Bills are going to be able to stop their offense enough to win the game. So I'm gonna probably go Lions money line. And the Lions also, I mean, with Dan Campbell, they're really aggressive. Like even if you stop them on 3rd down, they're gonna. Chances are, if it's in the right part of the field, they're gonna go for it on 4th down.
yeah.
So
4th and 2, they might 4th and 3, they might go for it.
yeah, I mean, they're gonna be a tough team to beat, man. I mean, to me right now, they're the best team in the league. So, but that's right now. I mean, they do got a lot of injuries. Some of their players are gonna eventually, come back. So yeah, I mean that's Lions money line, props. I like Montgomery to get in the end zone. I like Sam Laporte to get in the end zone. St. Brown 50 yards. Gibbs 25 receiving yards. Montgomery 50 rushing yards. The Bill side, Give me Josh Allen for anytime touchdown. I'm not sure. I think they're healthy. I think Kincaid and Keon are coming back this week. I'm not going to take James Cook at all because the Lions.
That's another person that's on the ban list. That tight end, Knox.
This man Bailey's about to be long as hell.
Man, I took that boy for 25 yards.
Yeah, he just wasn't. He was throwing everybody, but Knox in that Rams game. Kincaid and Coleman supposed to be back. Give me Coleman for 25 yards. I really like Shakir. Give me Shakir for 50 yards. But I mean, like, if there's gonna be a game this week that you bet a lot of touchdowns in, I believe this would be the game for that.
All right, so I haven't put this on the ban list yet, so I'm gonna keep running with it. Give me both of the running backs for the Lions for a touchdown anytime. They usually go well and do that. Give me I ain't touching dude. He ain't on the ban list, but I'm gonna give him another week to wake up. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I ain't mess with him this week. Wait till next week, see what he do. Yeah, because he really upset me. Give me James Cook for 50 yards and anytime touchdown. Lions win money line. Oh, this the other game you was talking about being game of the week, bro? Buccaneers versus Chargers.
Oh hell no. No. That'll be a good game, but that is not game of the week, man.
Oh man, I was hoping you wouldn't talk about my game, but you know.
That's exactly the game I'm talking about.
Oh man.
A cold game of the week.
No, man, I don't need it to be the game of the week. Let me go ahead and get them out the way, man. But nah. Buccaneers versus Chargers. Chargers favored by 3. Over under is 45.5. I think that y'all tell me what y'all think. I think OBJ. If I was OBJ, the Chargers would be one of those spots I'd be looking at. Going and linking.
I mean, I was saying he might be on his way to Philly. Is what I heard.
And I'll flip this table. We already can't use wide receiver 3. You gonna give me a wide receiver 4 that I can't use?
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with OBJ where he can't even be a wide receiver 3.
No. He asked for his release. He said he wanted to go somewhere where he could compete and be a pivotal part of a playoff team.
So pretty much he said the Dolphins suck.
He said the Dolphins ain't going to the damn playoffs. That's what he said. He said y'all last finna be sitting at home and I want to go play football in January.
Oh man.
Please let me go.
Not too many times that you're here, a black man, I'm asking to get out of Miami, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say.
You might be on the thumb.
Listen, I got 3 teams that I think if I was him, I would look at. Tampa, Chargers, Texans.
You got to throw the Rams in there too, because he played there already. He won a Super Bowl with the Rams.
Just me. I'm just how I look for with the Rams. If you ain't Puka or Cooper, I mean,
nigga, if you're not Puka, nigga, Cooper ain't getting the ball either. If you ain't Puka, you ain't getting the ball, man.
But the only person that got a fighting chance after that is Cooper Kupp.
Did you see what Cooper's numbers were on Thursday? It's not a damn football.
You want to know why? Yeah. You want to know how I know? I took him for 3 receptions. That boy had 0.
That's great. You know what, dog? I saw that, and I was like, when I saw it, my eyes got big, and I was like, nah, nigga, that's way too low.
I said 2.5. Oh yeah, 2.5, right?
Man didn't catch a pass in that whole game.
That boy had 3 targets, 0 receptions. I said, you mother. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna take. I think the Bucks need this game for real, but I'm gonna take the Chargers to win. I think the Chargers, they playing good football. Defensively, they can take away some of your weapons and kind of with them being banged up in the Bucks, being banged up on offense. Man, it's not a recipe for success going into this game. You need all your pieces. Right now, like I said, if I was OBJ, the Bucks would be a team I would be peeking my eye in on because they are fighting for the division. They might do make a playoff run. You might can go in there and make a difference with Chris Godwin being there. Give me the Chargers. I don't really got no props for this game, but just give me the Chargers money
Um, Chargers should have beat the Chiefs last week, man. They made critical mistakes down the stretch where they could have easily won that game, but I put them in the same category as the Ravens and these other wild card teams, man. It's teams you're in the playoffs right now, but you haven't secured your spot, and there's teams behind you that trying to get in there. You got to win these kind of games. Same go for the Bucs, man. Like the Bucs are one game above the Falcons. They got to continue to win. It's a tough game to call. I think the Chargers have to have Vlad playing in this game. I think if Vlad don't play, I don't think they win because they don't have a lot at wide receiver. So they got to have Vlad playing. The Chargers defense is a really good unit. But they just need the offense to score more points. I'm gonna go with the Chargers money line in this game. It's a hard game to call. Like, I mean, I think the game will go either way, and that's what the line's at -3 because the Bucs is on the road, and it's pretty much telling you that's a pick 'em. The only difference is the Bucs got to go coast to coast, and I mean normally when you got to go coast to coast, that could be a tough situation. But I'm still gonna go with the Chargers. Chargers money line. Players like in the game. Give me Gus Edwards for anytime touchdown. I'm gonna just forecast that Lad's gonna play. So I mean, give me Lad for 5 receptions, 50 yards. And you know, I also think Lad gets in the end zone, and also, well, actually, no, Lad's not gonna get in the end zone. I think Quentin Johnson will get in the end zone. I mean, he might not be able to catch the ball all the time, but for some reason, when he's in the end zone, he tends to catch the ball. So I don't
give me Quentin Johnson for 2 drops.
And then on the other side, Bucky was kind of hurt, so Bucky didn't get a lot of touches last week. I think Bucky be a lot healthier this week, so give me Bucky for 40 rushing yards. The Chargers defense is really good. Mike Evans 50 yards and a touchdown, and give me Cade Otton for 40 yards.
I the Chargers are a little banged up right now, man. They're little meat potatoes, ball control, run the ball, play good defense. They kind of banged up. But shit, man. I don't know, man. I like Tampa. Baker and my boy Mike Evans, they've been on fire lately. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go. Where's this game at?
In LA.
Yeah.
In LA. I might have to go with I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay, man. They need this game. They gotta keep pace, well not keep pace, but stay in front of Atlanta right now. And like I said, Mike and Baker, what's my boy Bucky Everett? Is he playing?
He should be. You know, his snaps got limited last week because I think he was hurt going into the game.
I'm gonna go Tampa, man. I think Tampa need this game, and I like the way I know both teams are banged up, but I feel like Tampa's a little bit more healthier right now.
All right. Mixed game of the week potentially. Steelers versus Eagles. Eagles favored by 5.5. Over under.
I mean, it's the cold game of the week, man. I mean, how many times can you say that you have 2 double-digit win teams playing? I mean, I've said it for the Lions and the Bills, and this is another indication. Steelers got double-digit wins, and the Eagles got double-digit wins, man. It's cold game of the week. And there's nothing you can do about it.
But win that motherfucker. That's all I can do, man. Listen. This is the best running defense versus the best running offense in the NFL this week. But we also have the ability to pass the ball. So I think it's going to be one of those games where they attempt to take away every option they can. I just think it ain't gonna be enough, man. I got to be in a close win. I'm gonna take Eagles money line. I ain't taking it minus the 5.5. Give me Saquon for over 50 yards. Give me Tyler Warren for over 25 rushing yards. Give me Calvin Austin for 40 yards. Give me Jalen Hurts for any time. Give me AJ Brown for any time.
So yeah, I've dubbed this the cold game of the week. Interesting stat though. Steelers have not won in Philly since 1965. In case y'all didn't know.
I ain't want to say it.
Yeah, but like there's context behind the stat. Obviously, these teams only play every 4 years. And then you want to add another context to that. That means that the Steelers only play in Philadelphia every 8 years.
But back then we was playing a lot though. Earlier we was playing a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, recently, the way it's been going, y'all ain't really been playing each other that much. That's why the stats.
It changed over like probably like in the 80s or something like that. We stopped playing as much.
Yeah, so all that to say, I think both teams have good offenses, good defenses. Turn assets to their team. I'm gonna go with the Steelers plus 5.5. I think it's gonna be a close game. Not sure who's gonna pull it out, but I don't think any team is winning by more than 5 points. Because the Steelers the Steelers are gonna try to shut down Saquon, which the Steelers got a good run defense, so they're fully capable of doing that. And I just think the game plan is gonna be to let I'm not saying Jalen can't throw. Let me just say that what I'm about to say, but if I have the option of Jalen Hurts beating me or Saquon, I'm gonna take the Jalen Hurts beating me because Saquon has shown that he can beat you. He's shown not and not that Jalen can't, but like Saquon go for 200 on you, or like literally put 200 on your head, and I don't want to go that route if I'm the Steelers defense.
It stopped in 1970, but up until then we was playing every year.
Yeah, so it's a weird stat, but at some point the Steelers are going to win it in Philadelphia. It's going to happen at some point. But yeah, like for me, if I'm the Steelers game plan, I'm trying to shut down Saquon in the run game. Let Smitty beat you. Let the tight end, what's his name, Cal Couture, whatever his name is, let him beat you. Let the other guys beat you. Don't let their best players beat you. That's kind of the mindset I go by in any sport. Props I like for the game.
You sure you want to make AJ Brown beat you after what he did to you last time?
I'd rather let him beat me than Saquon.
Do you remember what AJ did to them last time?
I'm pretty aware. Like
he went for like 6 receptions, 3 touchdowns, 150, 160 yards.
What I'm saying is, okay, so I'm gonna phrase it like this: you're not gonna break the rushing record on me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not gonna allow you
to put up another 125 and get closer.
200 yards, and I'm one of the teams that you help make the record. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna make.
I get it.
He's proven to be your MVP on that offense. Pretty much what I'm saying. Like you gotta shut off that water. Prop wise, give me Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. That's kind of like a given at this point. AJ, I think AJ is going to bounce back, so I do like AJ for a touchdown. I like AJ for about 70 yards. I like Smitty for 40 yards. Give me Saquon for about 60 yards rushing. And give me Saquon for two receptions. Steelers, give me Najee for a touchdown. Give me Freiermuth for about 40 yards. Calvin Austin for 40 yards. And I think Russell will throw a pick in this game. So give me Russell Wilson anytime interception.
Man, we ain't giving Najee Harris no touchdown.
Najee probably gonna score.
We ain't give Derrick Henry one. We ain't giving Najee one either. Damn it.
Oh, okay. He's probably gonna get one.
We ain't give a rushing touchdown to the AFC North yet.
Well, I think that's about to change.
Chase Brown caught a little receiving though, but he's so fast. I can't even really.
Chase Brown low key is really good though.
Yeah, that boy is a speedster. He get out in the open field, but he's short and small, compact, hard to tackle. That boy can get loose. Go ahead though, sir.
Oh man.
Gathering thoughts over that, good brother.
That's what it
Who,
sounds like.
me? Oh, my bad, my bad. What was your question?
Eagles Steelers.
Oh man, this my game of the week right here, man.
My God, God, leave. Both of y'all gonna say the same shit. God damn.
Yeah, man, I want to see what Saquon do against that front seven. For the most part, Pittsburgh, they play very well versus the run in that 3-4. But they that secondary is a little shaky, man. So I this gonna be one of those trenches games, man. And I like that type of shit. So I'm gonna be dialed in. Saquon is definitely gonna get his yards. I don't know if he gonna hit his carries because a 40, 50 yarder is always in the clip for him. Um, uh, I think that they're gonna. I don't know, man. All of the distraction with AJ and Jalen, I don't think they're gonna get off that game plan. I don't think that they're gonna force feed the ball to AJ. I think they're gonna stay the course. On the other side, man, Warren. I think Warren is gonna be the guy. They're gonna need some speed. Najee can't get it done versus the Eagles front four. And uh, keep an eye on Fairmouth, man. Fairmouth and what's that boy name? Russell Wilson, man. Like they've been locked in the last 3, 4, 5 weeks or whatever. I think he got a 4 weeks ago he had 2 touchdowns, and then 2 weeks ago he had 2 touchdowns. So in the last 4 weeks, I think that's what, six or whatever. Yeah, man, I'm excited for this one. This the one of them ones I got circled. Outside of Saquon and Warren, I'm cool. It's too many questions for me. Um, I don't feel like Philly is gonna change anything that they're doing, especially since they're winning. Saquon is having a phenomenal fucking year. So yeah, Saquon and Warren, I like them too. And I don't know, man. Toss this shit up, yo. Because the Philly could blow them out, but Pittsburgh could make this an ugly one. So we'll see.
All right, next game is Packers versus Seahawks. Packers favored by 2.5. Over under is 45.5. Go ahead, Mitt.
I think I'm calling for the upset in this game, man. A lot of people, I've been noticing, man, a lot of people high on the Packers, and the Packers are going to make the playoffs. They're on the verge of going into double-digit wins. I get it. It's like the sexy pick right now. I just watching them play. They have deficiencies on that team. So
Mainly at quarterback.
no, I mean it's not just quarterback.
No, I'm fucking around.
I mean, wide receivers, they don't have a wide receiver one. They got a bunch of really good wide receivers. They don't get enough from their tight end position for me. I mean, I like Tucker Kraft, but they don't get enough out of Tucker Kraft for me. Yeah, so I just think like a lot of people hire on the bandwagon, but I mean, going into Seattle is not an easy place to play. This and it's also going to be a night game, so I think it's going to be a tough atmosphere for the Packers to go in and win that game. So I mean, give me Seahawks money line. Props I like. Give me so I mean Kenneth Walker is out, so it's going to be Charbonnet again. Charbonnet had a huge game last week. So I like Charbonnet for 50 yards and a touchdown. I love JSN to get in the end zone again. I mean, JSN has been having a great season. So he's gonna get in the end zone for me. Give me 50 yards receiving from him. DK, I'm gonna take DK for 50 yards. I'm not touching Lockett. Lockett is on my bad list. I'm not putting him on no more tickets, no more single best nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
Him or DK.
Yeah. So on that side, and on the Packers side, give me give me the running back for a touchdown. I mean, the running back has been going crazy last couple of weeks. I mean, he's been scoring a bunch of touchdowns. So give me him. Give me Jaden Reed didn't do a darn thing last week, so I assume he's gonna do something this week. So I mean, like, give me Jaden Reed for 40 receiving yards and a touchdown. I think Dobbs is back this week, so I'd expect a pretty good game out of him. So think Dobbs will give you 50 yards, and give me Tucker Kraft for 25 yards.
Go ahead, sir.
Um, I just don't believe in Green Bay. I don't. I get it. They won a few games or whatever, but there's no team that's pegged to make the playoffs that I feel like they will definitively beat. In either conference. Uh, Jordan Love leaves a lot on the field. They rely so much on Josh Jacobs. You know, if Josh Jacobs is having a bad game, it leaks into the entire team, the defense too, not just the offense. I'm cool.
Um, it, this is a game where if the run game isn't working for both teams, it could, end up being a shootout. Right now, I think if you look at it, they're playing like the same type of football, low key. Running game works. They get into the play action, get into a lot of the intermediate football. Um, right now, Geno Smith is playing pretty good football with what he has. I think it's going to be hard for the Packers to go in here and get a win. I'm going to take the Seahawks money line. Give me JSN for an anytime touchdown. Give me DK Metcalf for 30. No, give me 40 receiving yards. And give me the running back for the Packers, Josh Jacobs, for anytime. Next game we got Bears versus Vikings. Vikings favored by 7. Over under is 43.5. I think the Vikings should win this. But the Bears for some reason when they play their division, they make the games tough.
They
They end up
do.
fights with those teams. So I don't like the -7. Give me Vikings money line. I think Justin Jefferson capitalizes on getting in the end zone. He gets in the end zone again this week. Give me Aaron Jones for any time. And give me Swift for 40 rushing yards. And DJ Moore for any time.
Man, I heard you take like Swift on a prop all season, man. This got to be the first time I heard you say his name.
I take Swift every week though.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm. I take him for a little bit of rushing every week. At the beginning though, he was kind of he had ended up on the ban list for a few weeks. That boy was over there stanking it up. Oh, okay. You want to do that? I won't bet with you now.
I tend to agree with you though what you said about the game. The Bears tend to play their divisional opponents tough, even though they still don't win. I think the line is kind of big, like a touchdown. I get it's in Minnesota, Monday Night Football, one of the Monday Night Football games this week.
Breaking news: Chiefs left tackle DJ Humphries has officially been ruled out.
I'm not surprised. I mean, that's what he did all year last year.
I mean, ain't they playing the Browns?
Yeah, but I'm not surprised. I mean, like he the first week coming back, he injured his hamstring last week. So I'm not. I mean, he got injured a lot for the Cardinals last year, so I'm not really that surprised. Also, I'd like to ask Chief fans, how is Josh Uche working out for y'all? Yeah, I tried to tell you wasn't that good, but it was what it was. But yeah, Vikings. I don't like the Vikings -7. I think if I was betting on it, I'd probably move it to like -3 or -4. I just think a touchdown game in a division game that's just a lot of points. Props. Justin Jefferson finally bursted that bubble with him not scoring. So what I do like in this game, I like Addison and Jefferson scoring a touchdown. I mean, Addison has been on a tear, and I just don't think that stops anytime soon. And Justin, so I like Justin Jefferson for 80 yards, and I like Addison for 50. Give me Aaron Jones for 40 yards on the ground. Bears side, give me Swift for 25 receiving yards and 40 yards rushing. And give me DJ Moore 60 yards and a touchdown. I think DJ Moore is bound to have a breakout game, and I think it's going to happen in this game.
This I feel like this is this gonna sound crazy because of that record, but I feel like this is one of those prove it games for Minnesota. Um, this is this is playoff football right now. You need to be playing your best football right now. They should not have problems with the Bears. Now, granted, they are a division rival or whatever, but the Bears are a mess right now. Like, the offensive line is bad. The defense is it feels like they slowing down. They look like they making their Cancun plans. Caleb has regressed. The run game has regressed. I don't know, man. Minnesota should mock these boys, man. They should, but they probably won't. And that's probably why they'll be a first round bye. I mean first round exit. But Jettis and I don't trust Donald, man. He's so fucking up and down. The games where I think he's gonna struggle, he ball out, and the games where I expect him to ball out, he struggles and shit. I just don't trust anything on either side of the ball right now for them. But I got Minnesota winning. I don't know about the covering, but I'll take that money line.
So we're gonna cover this Thursday night game. Broncos versus Chargers. Broncos favored by 3. Over under is 35 and a half.
Boy, I mean that is a low over under, boy. Shit.
It is.
My God. Is it gonna be another one of those 6-12? Goddamn.
I don't think so, though. To be honest, I mean the Broncos have shown that they can score points, though. That's the thing. Like they've shown that ability. And I mean the Chargers got Justin Herbert, man. I mean if Justin Herbert got Ladd, and I mean I think Will Dissly might be back for that game because I think Will got hurt in that he injured his shoulder in that Chiefs game, so he might be back for that Thursday night game. So I don't think it's gonna be. I'm not sure it's gonna be a rock fight.
I don't know, man. Is Bosa back?
I thought Bosa played last week. I thought
He did. Okay. I thought he went out.
I think he got a sack on
what
Mahomes, if I'm not mistaken.
This is a tough one. It's another division game. I know the Chargers need this game more than the Broncos right now. They gotta keep pace with that playoff push, and they definitely don't want to, especially with the Kansas City. They got a tough matchup with Myles Garrett and the Cleveland Browns this week. Man, you got to keep pace with Kansas City if you can. I mean, you never know. Kansas City up like 3 games, right?
Yeah, but they clinched the division already, though.
Oh well, fuck it. My bad. Fuck it. I still like San Diego. I mean the Chargers more than the Broncos right now. I think is JK coming? Is he done for the year?
He's not done, but they put him on the IR, so I think he's going to be out at least.
Oh yeah.
I think
he come back next week. Next week is first. I think he's eligible to open his 21-day window.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough, man. I say I like Herbert's rushing yards. That's about it. What about Conklin? Is he coming back?
Who?
What's the motherfucker? The wide receiver, the rookie.
Ladd.
Ladd McCollum.
Ladd's supposed to be coming back in the game on Sunday. Actually.
Okay. All right. Well, if Ladd play, they got a shot. I like I said, I like Justin Herbert's rushing yards. That's about it.
I'm gonna take the Chargers in this game, just off the basis in LA. Because I think if the game was in Denver, I'd pick Denver. But I mean, like the Chargers don't have to. You don't have to go up to Denver for this particular game. I don't really rhyme or reason. Like I just think the Chargers and the Broncos, like they're in a wild card battle. So they gotta. I mean, like this game is important for the both of them because if the Colts win on Sunday or the Dolphins win on Sunday, you're gonna have someone that's kind of getting close to you. So you got to keep winning. And for that matter, the Bengals too. I mean, even though we want to say the Bengals is eliminated, mathematically they still in it. So we got to keep winning, but somebody got to lose this game. So, Props I like in this game. Give me like I think Bonus gonna have to run more in this game because of the Chargers, our D line. So I mean, give me Bo Nix for a rushing touchdown. I think he's gonna run one in this week for this particular game. Give me Cortland Sutton for 50 yards. On the Chargers side, give me Gus for another touchdown because I think if they get down close to the end zone, like that's where they're gonna get the ball to. And then a low key play like the backup tight end is Smart. That's the guy's name. So I mean, he might be able to get in the end zone too for the Chargers during this game.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a good game. I think the Chargers pull it out. Give me Chargers money line. If Lab McConkey coming back, give me Lab McConkey for 40 yards. Give me Gus Edwards for 40 rushing yards. Still give me Cortland Sutton for the anytime touchdown. The Chargers win. That's the final game of the day, man. It's no college football today, y'all. So obviously JMIK gave you, the historically black college bowl today.
And
the Army Navy today.
Yeah, I mean the Celebration Bowl is on ABC right now. I think it's 7-0 Jackson State right now. So,
and then tonight at 8 p.m., man, we got the Heisman Award. We back to Sunday football. But what y'all got for the people before we get up out of here, man?
Just to continue to support the show, like, subscribe, and we're gonna be back with y'all next week. I mean, next week we're gonna have more college football to talk about with matchups and all that good stuff. So just stay tuned in.
Hey, what's up? We got any UFC shit this week?
Nothing. Yeah, I think Covington's fighting tonight. Matter of fact, I think
that's a fight night joint. But I know that ain't pay per view. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna lock into that. Other than that, man,
this one.
Nigga, it's cold as fucking Atlanta right now, dog. I'm chilling. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna get on these sticks, Smitty. I'm looking for you. And I'm gonna probably I might watch the UFC. It might watch me. I don't know, but I'm chilling this weekend, bro. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch the NBA Cup games today, though. That's probably something that I will watch, though.
Well, yeah, man.
I mean, I believe it's the semifinals, and I think they're in like Vegas or something like that. So.
All right. So, hey, man, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Y'all know where it's at every Saturday, man. We here. Prayers up for Pop to get better soon, man. We will see her back whenever she's 100% healthy, ready to go. Hope your football team lose other than mine. We out.